from the Radio Connection Live studios in Los Angeles. I'm Jared Reimer with the Radio Connection Live news brief for the week of August 3rd, 2026. It has been another busy week across the broadcasting industry with major leadership changes, station launches, format flips, and the continued evolution of radio in communities across the country. We begin in Dallas, where Radio 1 has announced the leadership team that will guide its newly expanded North Texas operations following its acquisition of Service Broadcasting Stations. Maurice Potts has been named Vice President and General Manager. Carl Winningham has been promoted to Director of Sales, and Kevin Jenkins will oversee programming and operations as Director of Operations. The appointments bring together heritage stations K104, 97.9 The Beat, and Smooth R&B 105.7 under one management team. While listeners won't notice any immediate programming changes, the move positions the company for future growth and closure collaboration across the cluster. In Houston, Radio 1 is taking a unique approach to community partnership. The company's classic country format on KKBQ HD2 has temporarily become Pasadena Rodeo Radio in celebration of the upcoming 70th Pasadena Livestock Show and Rodeo. The station continues to feature classic country music while adding rodeo news, event information, and special imaging voiced by Pasadena Livestock Show and Rodeo Executive Board Vice President Baird Hebert. The partnership will continue through the September rodeo, demonstrating another creative use of HD radio to serve local communities. Meanwhile, another Houston area story highlights the continued importance of local branding as stations seek new ways to connect with listeners beyond traditional programming. In San Francisco, Odyssey has named Bay Area native Andre Yancey as the new brand manager of 102 Jams. Yancey returns to the market where he began his career after helping launch and grow several successful brands for Odyssey in New York. He succeeds Ben Complex Romero and will oversee programming, branding, and content strategy while continuing in his New York management role. Odyssey executives say Yancey's deep understanding of Bay Area culture made him the ideal choice to lead the station into its next chapter. A major programming transition is also underway in Nashville. WSM Radio has announced that Kelly Sutton will begin its new weekday morning host beginning August 10th. Sutton succeeds the late Bill Cody, whose Coffee, Country, and Cody became one of country radio's signature morning programs. Having served alongside Cody for the past 5 years, Sutton now steps into one of country music's most respected air shifts, joined by Charlie Mattis and Annie Ney, as WSM continues its long tradition of live local broadcasting from the home of the Grand Ole Opry. In Orlando, another longtime local radio tradition is coming to an end. News Radio WFLF has concluded Good Morning Orlando after many years on the air. Beginning this week, the station has replaced its local morning program with the nationally syndicated This Morning with Gordon Deal. The move marks the end of the station's only locally produced weekday program and reflects a growing industry trend toward syndicated programming. As broadcasters continue looking for ways to reduce operating costs, Southern California rock fans are also hearing a very different sound. Heritage Station 96.7 KCAL-FM has ended its long-time active rock format in favor of an all-music classic rock presentation. The station is emphasizing longer music sweeps with fewer interruptions, continuing a broader industry trend toward automation and music-intensive formats. In Las Vegas, Odyssey is consolidating its talk radio operations. Sports and talk listeners will see programming formerly heard on 840 KXNT move to FM HD2 and digital platforms as the AM signal prepares to leave the air. The change continues the gradual decline of heritage AM facilities as broadcasters increasingly shift spoken word programming to FM, HD radio, and streaming platforms. A programming move is also taking place in Youngstown, Ohio, with Cumulus Media selling Sports Radio 96.7 WLLF. The station's sports programming will relocate to sister station 103.9 WWIZ. The move allows the company to retain its sports broadcasting rights and local programming while reshaping its station portfolio. Elsewhere in Ohio, WSEO has joined the growing Southeast Ohio's Wolf regional country network. The station now simulcasts Wolf country programming with sister station WLOH, expanding the network's reach while maintaining its commitment to serving listeners throughout southeastern Ohio. One of the week's most significant public broadcasting stories comes from Pennsylvania. Penn State University's Board of Trustees has rejected a proposal that would have transferred WPSU's radio and television operations to WHYY in Philadelphia. Instead, the university says it will begin planning to wind down WPSU's operations after current funding expires. If no alternative solution is found, both the NPR radio station and PBS television service that have served central Pennsylvania for decades could eventually leave the air. After this was sent for brailing, reporting indicates that the sale will go through and the FCC has been notified of the deal. Taken together, this week's headlines illustrate an industry continuing to evolve. Companies are investing in new leadership, expanding regional brands, embracing community partnerships, and adapting to changing listener habits, while balancing the financial realities facing broadcasters of every size. There is one item that is not in the news, but we saw it in the Kim Komando newsletter. KEIB 1150, the former K-Talk station, as well as sports and other formats, will be picking up the Kim Komando show and has started doing so as of this past Saturday. It will air on this radio station Saturdays at midnight. There are 4 other stations within the LA region, including 790 KABC, News Talk 1590 KVTA, KIXW 960 AM, and Kern 1180 AM that air the show. For full details, please go to komando.com, as the station list is now 510 stations and continuing to grow. You'll want the link on the website that says 510 radio stations in the USA and on demand. That's your Radio Connection Live news brief for the week of August 3rd, 2026. From our Radio Connection Live studios in Los Angeles, where I'm baking, by the way. I'm Jared Reimer. Hopefully, our Tampa studios isn't baking as bad as we are in our LA studios, because we now return you back to Tampa with Jamie T.